This is a mid-19th century Visakhapatan sandalwood box. And as you can see, it's very decorative, very good looking, and an awful lot of work has gone into it, even to the inside. Why is it a Visakhapatan box? Well, the name comes from the place that it was made, and Visakhapatan is on the eastern coast of India, roughly halfway between Madras and Calcutta. Visakhapatan work became very, very popular with the British and Westerners. The cabinet making skill and inlaying skill of the locals was extremely good. And the work became very much in demand and very popular. And there were a number of reasons why this was. Firstly, because of the quality of their work, but also they had lots of very good indigenous woods that they could use. Other materials that they used were uh, easily got hold of, given their position, and also Visakhapatnam was deemed to be the best port between Madras and Calcutta, so it was easy for ships to come and go and to help with the trade. And the trade really took off at the end of the 17th century. That's when it really started. And the locals allied their skills in inlaying with Western designs, and the items became very popular. In 1768, the area was ceded to the Honourable East India Company, and of course that gave it another big push, and that really helped increase the popularity of the work. So this box is made of sandalwood. Many of the boxes were. They also made furniture, of course, and it's inlaid with ivory, with white metal, with ebony, micro mosaic work, and lac. And lac is it's a resinous substance which is secreted by insects and worked under friction to produce heat to make it malleable to use on inlay. And as you can see, it's very, very decorative. The intricate geometrical designs, and there's also inlay to the interior of a box, and it makes for a very good looking item. You can see this box originally would have had a tray. We can just see a lip in here. The tray's disappeared over time. Um, and so it was a very desirable thing to have. And a lot of Europeans, British, would buy items from Visakhapatan to take home, either as a memory of their time in India, to show off of the fact that they had been in India, it was a talking point, or perhaps to give to friends as gifts. Um, and so much so that the demand for the items meant that they were also wholesaled to centres such as Madras, Calcutta, Bombay, to sell to Westerners passing through. So that's the Visakhapatan sandalwood box, inlaid with ivory, ebony, micromosaic work, and lac, mid 19th century, and a lovely, lovely, good quality box, instantly recognizable by the early 20th century by a lot of people with a little bit of education and aspiration um, to own the finer things in life. You know, if you had a box like this in your house, then you were someone of culture, someone of taste. Well, this brings us on to biscuit tins, funnily enough. And the Reading biscuit manufacturers, Huntley and Palmer, recognised that there was a stronger middle class who were having more money, were better educated, and were after the finer things in life, but perhaps couldn't afford them. And they produced a number of biscuit tin boxes that imitated items that would be desirable to such people. They'd have biscuit tins in the form of Wedgwood pots, Visagvatan sandalwood boxes, imitating the originals brought back from India. And this model of theirs was called the sandalwood box. And firstly, it was produced for a very limited time between March and May 1824. And as a customer, you had to purchase six different £1 packets of their biscuits to then be able to buy such a box. And if you had a box like this in your house, you know, it would be a talking point again. You could sort of tell your friends as they came round what inspired the box. You could show off your knowledge and the fact that you're a cultured person. You understood Visagvatan boxes, and this was your example of it. And it's really actually quite beautifully made. So the pressed metal forms the shape, and then it's offset lithograph printed to give the different colours. You can see that they've also put extra motifs on just to really highlight where it comes from. You can see elephants there and different flora, imitating the micro mosaic work along here. So there we've got two items which are going to be 70 or 80 years apart, one imitating the other. This proved quite a popular box for Huntley and Palmers, and so they further produced them in 1927 for export, and then a year later in 1928 they made them available for the home market. They're not easy to find now, and also not easy to find with such good colour work still intact on them. So this is a nice example. So we've got a sandalwood inlaid micro mosaic inlaid box from India, which is mid 19th century, and we've got a Huntley and Palmers biscuit tin imitating the box from around about 1928.